What's up, people? This is Common Conversation 412, and we are live.
Live, baby.
We're here, and you know what? Like, it just, today is Conversation 412. Today is just one of them days, man. I'm sorry we're late, but we had to do some things, and to get us on the road, we tried to come up with a new way that we can come to you guys live, and it got all messed up.
Yeah, it went a little all over the place, and we apologize for being so damn late. But
it's like every time we thought we had it, something else happened. We was just like, nope, we just quite ain't there. We're just not that quite there, but
we're working on it, and we're trying to figure it out. Give us a little bit of time, and we'll have this shit down pat, whatever.
Because if you've never been in our little studio, before, like, you should just see, like, to bring you guys a show, you should just see what we have to go through to bring you guys a show.
That we have to go to say that.
Yeah.
All of this goddamn, and we're trying to, you know what I mean? We're trying to introduce quality.
Right.
And make it a little more convenient for us by moving everything from the setup that we have, and you know what I mean, making it more advanced. At the same time, by advancing our setup, it makes it more, you know what I mean, just easier for us to work with. So there's just steps that we're going through, and we're trying to, you know what I mean, move things more so to the computer and away from everything else, and just make it more convenient. Yeah. That's the stuff we're going through, and we're learning. It's a learning process that we're going through, and just bear with us. I mean, we did kind of wait until the last minute to really try to figure this shit out. But
we did.
I mean, it happens to the best of us. We're learning. We're learning.
With us. Yeah, please.
We're not the best motherfuckers in the world, but we sure as hell ain't the worst. How about that? Accept me. Understand.
Yeah. Please accept me for who I am.
And don't judge me, for I can be.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, I'm your host, Token,
and I'm the other host, Mana.
This is just one of them days, man, to where we're
fed the fuck up.
Yeah, we are.
That's what it is. We're fucking tired.
Yeah, we did so much. Like, honestly, so we started this show late, but we've been here working on it to get it to go right since 4:15. and
for so damn long, and it's really not making no fucking sense. We thought we had it all figured out. We're gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, we did.
Thought we were gonna come in. We had the camera set up perfectly, the lighting just right, and
everything was going smooth. And it's like, yes, we got it. Oh yeah. Oh yes, we figured it out. We got it.
Then you ain't got this, bitch.
No. Yep.
You ain't got that either.
Nope. Yet.
And that's figure that out.
And that's exactly what it was doing to us.
What the fuck, man? But we'll never let you down.
No.
We make sure that we do a show. I mean, if we ain't going to do a show, we're definitely going to let you know we're not doing a show.
Right, exactly. We will let you guys know. Because
that's the type of shit that we do. We professionals.
Yeah, we are.
Kinda, except for the fact that we didn't let y'all know we were starting late today. That's probably the only time we let y'all down, and the only time we will let you down. How about that?
It's because we was in the heat of the moment to try to bring you guys something nice and something good.
Yeah, and something of better quality. That's all we're trying to do is produce a quality show and give y'all some better visuals and just let y'all know that, you know what I mean, that we actually care.
That we do. And that we do. So, I don't, with the headphones, is just getting on your nerves?
It's one of them days.
Oh, okay.
Fuck this. Y'all just going to have to hear me talk.
Yeah, so, I mean, and we're here. So, it's April 29th, and we're here for a show. You know what I mean? The weather want to play games with us. They want to be, so I don't know. Did I ever talk to you about my fears? I guess that's where we'll start it out real quick. It's not no random question and stuff like that, but it's just some of my fears. And I mean, some people do know my fears, but honestly, if you know me, you should know that I am definitely afraid of lightning.
I never knew that until earlier today.
Yeah,
that was the funny part. I never knew that shit.
So, and it doesn't during the day. It doesn't bother me. But say for instance, if it's daytime and it gets real dark and cloudy outside, I am petrified. The one time at work, it got real dark and I can see the lightning, and I cried because I had to go out and do a
You
visit.
fucking
I literally cried because I'm that afraid of lightning.
But it's okay to be afraid of lightning because I can't, like, my son, comparing you to a fucking boy, little ass kid. But anyway, I mean, it's something that came up when you were younger. It's not something that you just got older and just all of a sudden was scared of lightning. That's not how that works. But like my son has the same issue. Well, had, like, he was able to work through his. I apologize for any, you know what I mean, that you're going through a lot and you're still going through it. But his thing was, like, literally he would, like, as soon as lightning struck the first time, he would lose his shit and run straight to me, jump in the bed. Like, if I wasn't there, he was running to my mom, jumping in the bed. Like, he had an extreme fear. Now he's just like, I worked through it. I'm all right. I don't even run no more, Dad. Do you see? Like, I'm not even scared anymore.
Yeah,
but, like, I mean, that's a rational fear.
I'm not that brave. I guess I'm not that brave. But so lightning. Yeah, it really, really, really gets to me. Like, I'll try to do, like, if I gotta go home. Like the whole drive home, I'm like scared, and it's just like I can't wait to get in the house.
Lord, please, Lord.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Or I won't walk around outside. I won't stand by poles or anything like that. Like I avoid everything metal.
See, with me, when it comes to lightning, it's like it depends on how close it is.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I really could care less about it. It's like I like lightning. I like the way it looks. I like what's going on. But if that shit like struck outside,
But see, what people don't understand. What's up, Rob? What people don't understand is, like me. Like, I know, like, lightning starts from the ground up. It works its way. It goes up, so it doesn't come from the sky. I mean, it can curve and come down because it doesn't have no straight destination. It makes its own thing. Like, you know what I mean? Lightning goes like this. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But from the ground. Yeah, did you know that?
Lightning comes from the ground.
Yeah, lightning comes. I believe that's what I read.
Okay, so you going with what you believe,
right? Yeah.
Because the last I checked, it's like the electrons would, like, rub together and then just explode, and a rod would come from it up in the sky. Now I heard of sky lightning where because if it came from the ground, would explain sky lightning where it never touches the ground, it just goes through the clouds.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I've never. That's a new one. But
okay, I'm about to Google it.
Now
I gotta Google it.
Now I heard that it can hit and then spread once it hits, but I've never heard of it being started at the ground.
Where does lightning come from?
He about to hurt his own feeling, like ruin his whole day.
Ground lightning comes from the sky down, but the part you see comes from the ground up.
Oh shit! So it comes from the sky down, but what you see, damn, that's
comes from the ground up. So see,
but that's just the part you see, but it does come from the sky.
Yeah,
that's fucking weird, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
this is some weird shit, man.
See, I know. So we both were right.
Both right.
We both were right. But yeah. So Rob, what are you afraid of, or do you have like a fear? I mean, I don't know if you want to put this on Facebook, but do you have a fear? I mean, like, I have a lot. And we're not, like, you know what I mean? Like, we everybody know I'm afraid of clowns. I'm afraid of needles.
You're afraid of a lot,
but
brother, man.
I am afraid of a few things. I am afraid of a few things.
There's a couple things that I'm afraid of. Like, but I really can't, like. My things are stuff that like, I'm in my own head that I'm afraid of it. Like, now, there's certain stuff where it's like, I'm afraid of spiders, but I'm not afraid of spiders.
Yeah.
So if there's a spider in the corner, like, okay, that motherfucker could stay up there. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
But I like it, the feeling of a spider on me. Like, that I don't like that shit. Like, I don't like the physical shit. Like, shit I could just look and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, cause, like, I'm afraid of heights, but I'm not afraid of heights.
Yeah.
It's like, if I get to the top of a building, there's a fucking rail, I can look over the edge, but there ain't no rail, fuck that edge.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing. It's rational fear, like, some shit could happen.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean, I used to be, I think I'm still afraid of heights, but I conquered a lot of, like, type of height fears. So.
Man, I know when something's too high, when my nuts tingle. Like, oh shit, this ain't right.
Because like I got on, like, the little sky, what they call it, the sky coaster at Kennywood, where they take you up by the cords and
that fucking bungee cord. Sky coaster, that bullshit.
Yeah, I've gotten on that in high school. I actually got on it with Lucky. I think it was me, Lucky, and
there we go. It's
Tasha
right in this area here. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Okay, but
everything went bad for me. Just for a little second.
So I've done things like that, and I, like, you know what I mean, like the Pitfall at Kennywood. I think them type of rides helped me, And I do want to go skydiving one day. I might actually do that for my 30th. Go skydiving. Ow. Ow. You were hurting my ears.
I'm trying to take that out because there's no reason for us to have that in if it ain't.
What, that mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean,
Want to have it. See, now it sounds like, you know what I mean, like there's not no. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I hear a difference.
But yeah, so I mean, with the heights, I'm not that afraid of some stuff. What's up, Titus? Yeah, so that's all. That's all. What my fears, like, you know what I mean? The lightning.
Yeah, my fears, I feel like they're rational.
So you saying I have irrational fears?
Oh no, you have your fears. It doesn't matter what I feel.
But I'm just what you said. You said my fears are rational. Like mine wasn't.
No, like I was just sitting here talking from my own experience. Now, if you feel a little guilty about your
No, I don't. But you just said my irrational fears. That's what you call. No.
You're saying your fears are irrational. Like no, like lightning is fucking. It's dangerous. You could die from it. It's that
right.
You can die.
Right.
It's that simple.
And needles you can die from too. You could die from too.
Irrational fear of losing. I'm irrational.
You
have a fear of losing. That's how I get that.
Well, it's not there. Losing one of my kids.
Oh fuck!
Losing my kids.
Nope. I don't even want to. I don't like to think like that because that shit really like will have me sitting there ready to fucking cry because I like. Once you start down that train of thought, like you ain't fucking done, you end up thinking about funerals and all that extra shit. Like, no, I don't want to think about any type of world without my.
I think that's as a parent, that's all of our fear.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's just simply just implied that that's what it is. You're afraid to lose your child. I don't want to think about it.
Yep. Okay.
Fuck that.
So
double fuck it.
Yeah, so happy Saturday. So again, so now I want to talk about the few things I have highlighted. You see what I did there, like some bullet points, some things that we can discuss too today. See that? See my little thing up there? I get all creative and nice and.
You just be trying.
I be trying.
You get a little clap. You get two.
Okay, thank you.
I ain't giving you 3.
But so we're about to start this thing for us and stuff like that, and it really goes into and me and Mano said we were gonna talk about this on today's show, but like
what you talking about?
The supporting thing, or are we gonna make that a topic for next week?
Supporting what? Supporting in general.
Just supporting in general, like supporting each other, everything. Just showing real support.
Genuine support. There's a thing where you got a lot of people that are running around just bitching and complaining about nobody showing support, but you're one of the people that does not show support.
Right.
Or you're on Facebook fronting and stunting like you give the most support, but you really don't.
Right.
And that's like my thing is like don't ask for something that you're not willing to give. Like you have too many people that have so many opinions about Pittsburgh and the people from my hood and this, that, and the third. It's like, dude, like you don't even show support to people in your hood. So what are you talking about? You don't show support to people in your city. So what are you talking about? How can you expect people to support you and you're not supporting?
Right. Yeah, and so we look at this too, like, you know what I mean, and we again too, like looking at our brand, and this ain't like, I mean, I'm known to go on like little rants and shit like that, but
you'll start snapping on people and you'll have people feeling guilty about themselves.
But like, I mean, like even for like now, like I'll give a prime example now, like I'm not on here, so it's not counting me. I don't know if you're on here. I don't think it's counting you.
Yeah. Count me.
Okay, so it's not counting you, but I mean, I'm pretty sure, guys, you watching the show, the 5 people we have in here, right? So we have 5 people watching our show right now, and it's not like, you know what I mean. I understand that people have a life and they got their own things that they're doing, but for me personally, to have 1,600 friends on Facebook.
I ain't got that many friends.
And we have this page and stuff like that. And we see some of the regulars, like Rob's in here on a regular, Titus is in here on a regular, your mom's here on a regular, like, you know what I mean, in here on a regular, like, you know what I mean, we have Curtis and Monique, like we have some people who are in here on a regular, Chantel, like all these people, right, who come in on a regular, but we got all these friends on here on social media, but we're bringing something different. This is our brand, our little small business, or whatever you want to call it, right? And yet we have nobody. Like a lot of people don't support us. There's no reason why I should have 1,600 friends on Facebook, and we have almost 700 likes, and then it's not even counting your friends, right?
Or Joby's friends,
or Joby's,
Christina's
yeah,
friends,
right.
or anybody that is connected to us or constantly like actually showing support.
Right.
It'll take time to cut back and share a video or you know what I mean.
So and another thing I looked at too, like, you know what I mean, like, so we so like, and I look at that and I'm like, wow. But I know if I was to make a status like F this person or F that person, then we would probably, like, you know what I mean, I'm sorry, but I would get a lot of likes on the thing. Something about Facebook just threw me off, so I'm just trying to make sure we're good.
Excellent.
Give me but
No, not that.
okay. But I want to make sure that we're good, and but we're not. 112 kids. What happened?
No, we're good.
Okay. All right. So then maybe it's just me. So, but yeah. So like I don't. So and I understand. Like, again, now I see that. Like, you know what I mean. I'm into you tune in when you're not dealing with your kids. We understand that, and that's not, like, you know what I mean. We're not talking about you, like, you know what I mean, you come in here, and I know you, and right, you know what I mean. I'm not saying we got to know everybody's situation, but at the same time, you pop in when you can, or you gave us the like on the thing. Like, you sit there, like, to get people to like our page, I gotta go on here, and I sit there and I invite people to like our page, and I go through and I see all the people, and then, like, what's so crazy is Facebook will show you that people seen your shit, like, you know what I mean, like, they seen your invite.
So I know
like,
I
you know
know
what I mean?
seen it, and I know you ignored it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I invited
And
you.
granted,
So
I'll even give them the fact that, like, you may have been busy at the time, but I know for a fact that you will go through and select things and re-invite people.
Right, but I did it so much that Facebook won't even allow me anymore. It doesn't even allow me anymore.
Yeah, and I understand that. And like you said, you do when you can, and I'm not mad at that at all. Like, that's great, but everybody knows, like, we let this be known every week, and we'll randomly post throughout the week where we're here on Saturday between 5 and 6, somewhere around that time. We're starting the show. Today's a little late because we were trying to set something up, but we have a schedule.
Right.
That's the thing. So it's not like, even if you can't catch it on Saturday, you could catch it Sunday.
Right.
You could catch it Monday. You could catch it any day
right,
during the week.
Because it's always here. It doesn't go anywhere. And then all you guys got to do, like, you know what I mean, is just go on, like, you know what I mean, it's too, if you watch it later, like, you know what I mean, hey, give a thumbs up and just drop a quick hey, so we can know, like, hey, you know what, look, this person thought about us. Like, you know what I mean?
Or even if you're going through the show and you have a question, or, like, the page is open. We have open broadcast. Well, not broadcast, but we have open posts to the page.
Yeah.
So if you have any type of questions, you have any suggestions, you can do that.
Right.
Like, if you feel that, like, maybe we can help, or to give somebody else an outside view, you can share the page.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or come back whenever you get a chance. Like, you may not catch it right when we do it, but later on in the day, come back and just share the video.
Right. Yeah, and you can
let people, you know what I mean?
And you can do that. You can most definitely do that, because like and that's all we're asking for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, show us the support, because see, and I hate to look at, like, you know what I mean, the negative stuff, because I bet you if I say something like fuck my wife on Facebook,
oh, you get shares.
oh, I'm getting likes,
cut
shares,
that shit, and
30,
they put it on a meme.
300 comments and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
random ass whores would come out the woodworks, like, oh, you okay, babe?
Like, all
dumb shit would happen.
All that stuff, man. And it's just like, damn, like, we have something positive. We try to give back. We try to help people that we don't know, people that we might know. Like, you know what I mean? We try to give away stuff, because, like, people don't realize, like, when we give away shirts, or we give away thank you for the comment.
Appreciate it, Dennis.
That says Denise.
Oh.
That says Denise, right?
I know,
Denise.
but I can pronounce.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
I was gonna say, but we sit there and we give, like, when we give away T-shirts and we give away, like, all this stuff, man. All this stuff come out our pocket. Like, you know what I mean? It comes out our pocket, and we buy this stuff. Like, we give away, like, you know what I mean? Honestly, people be like, oh yeah, I want a shirt. Cool. I mean, I'm the type where I'll get you a shirt. It's cool, but, like, did you actually watch my show? Do you actually tune into the show? Do you actually support the show? Like, you know what I mean? We do all this other stuff. We got to give away $25 Visa gift cards, T-shirts. Like, you know what I mean? A way for people to jump into our show.
Yeah, literally. Like at the end of the day, as we stand right now, we're in the negative.
Super negative.
Like,
Super
like everything is a negative.
And we're not talking about like a couple $100 neither.
But my thing is that like, and it's not like we're not asking anybody to spend any money.
Right.
We're just like, if you buy a shirt, thank you.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate it, because at the end of the day, we're not setting a profit margin for those T-shirts. You're
Right.
just literally like just buying your shirt. We're not making any money off of the shirts.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Like that's
it's
literally
exactly what it is. Like people would be like, oh yeah, like oh how much I tell for a shirt? I tell them the price of the shirt. They be like, oh, bro, like yo, so could I get one for 10? Bro, like what the bro? I'm spending, bro. I'm already spending money every time. Like we always look at stuff that we can buy. Like for instance, we like while we were late, we bought a webcam. We're trying to make everything come in together, which was $60.
Software and uploading. We're trying to do just stuff just to be more professional and be taken
Right.
serious, because this isn't a joke. This is actually something that we're invested in.
So to make the rant, to end the rant here. Like, you know what I mean? Just show support, man. And I
Because
mean,
we sure as hell go out of our way to show support.
Yeah, we do. We support everybody, man. Like, you tell us to post something, we'll post it. You want to come on our show? We invite people to come on our show. We invite you to come on our
And the
show.
funny thing is that like we're not out here trying to charge anybody,
Right.
to do
That's
any
what
of
I'm
this
saying.
stuff. It's like
Right.
literally we sit here and we're just, hey, let us know if you need some help. Let us know if you have some information that can help others. Let us know, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep us posted, or even if
No,
you
I
just
got
want to
you.
stop past the page and just literally post something on the page.
Right.
We'll share it from the page. We'll let you know what I mean?
Right.
Or even if you got some question, like, we're serious as hell. Like, I used to do this way back in the day, and I had from friends that were more interactive. Now, granted, I know people are older and they got their own lives that's going on. But literally, I would like, ask me a question and I'll see if I can answer you or give you some type of view. And I would get in like 5 minutes, 6, 7 questions.
Right.
But now it's like nobody wants to interact for real.
They don't.
Or everybody wants to, like, we'll show support to any fucking body, honestly. But we just ask for that same support back.
And
Like,
that's and honestly, and that's all we're asking for. That's all we're really asking for. Like, you know what I mean? Is for you guys to show some support. Like, you know what I mean? Just support us. But that's it. I mean, and we're saying this all because, like, you know what I mean? So
because numbers don't add up.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that and two, we're about to start.
I mean, that's
That's
honest. Like, numbers don't add up.
Don't
If
add up.
you got 1,600, I don't even know how many friends, but it ain't close to that. But it's still, I'll see 1,001. Well, not 1,000, but I'll see multiple people posting like a stripper just got jumped by, just a female stripper got jumped by 2 guys in the club, and her gay girlfriend ran off.
Right.
I'll see that 1,000 times on my page.
Right.
Some violent bullshit.
Right.
Or I'll see something where it's like, oh, Chicago gunfire, shooting, this, that, and the third. Or somebody getting murdered, or some kids fight.
Right.
Adults reposting children's fight, high school kids and all that. I'll see memes and everybody in the sex groups posting all the fucking time.
Right.
Like, I'm in there too looking at asses. Me and my girl side by side. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's like I see people being active. But then when we're sitting here just trying to hold a conversation and bridge and create a bridge for us to communicate with people via social media, I'm getting no interaction.
Yeah.
And that gets a little bit annoying. And I mean, granted, you might not like the way that I think, but talk to me and let's start the conversation.
Yeah.
You might be able to sway my mind. You might be able to, because all of my thoughts and my beliefs hold some type of leeway. They're like, there's a door open.
Right.
Because if I'm wrong, I have to leave the door open for somebody to correct me. Period. And I just want to have a conversation. Granted, we leave there with smarter. Like we leave with. You can't never leave any conversation with nothing.
Right.
We can literally have the same conversation every fucking day, and every day there's going to be something added to it, because there may be something I didn't think about yesterday that I thought about today, or something that I didn't think about today that I'll think about tomorrow. It's
Right.
that simple.
Right.
And people need to start taking that into like context, like, well, into consideration is what I meant. Is that like literally we're just here to provide an outside view,
Right.
and get a conversation started. I don't get to see anybody online. I want to meet new people from different cities and stuff, and see what their mind is, see what their train of thought is. I want to see what, like, all of my friends on Facebook. I want to know what y'all think.
Yeah.
I want to be able to spread my opinion, and if y'all don't agree with me, let me know where y'all think I'm wrong, and then we can have that discussion. Like, if you see something that you think that would be a good topic for us, post it on the page, send us a message, jump in the comments. We'll see the comment. We may not see it now, but we'll see it later. Let us know.
If you inbox us, man, I'm telling you, like, or we respond, like right now, and I think Facebook is getting out on us, but right now it says we respond within 5 hours. So that means you're getting a response within a day. Like, you know what I mean? Before half a day. Like, you know what I mean? So if you do it while you're at work, but if you do it, you start work at 8, we're doing it before your fucking shift is over. We're replying to you. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? We're coming up with something. And we take suggestions. It's not like we're telling people, hey, you know what should we do? And then we're not listening to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what we, and that's all we're asking for, because again too, you look at the Who Won It group, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And I got so many of my friends are like that page, and it's all like it's like gossip and shit. And it's not saying, man, my dude got a cool hustle, a good brand, or whatever he got there. Like, but again too, like, you know what I mean? We're trying to we bring something different. It's not trying to say we don't talk about stuff we talk about stuff that's going on. We give perspectives and point of view.
If we're not talking about something that you want to hear about, talk to us so that we can talk about it.
Yeah, right. Suggest it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But we're about to start this thing called Small Business Saturdays, again, too, just going out like from what we just said, basically, but supporting other small businesses out there.
Get some twerking going on. Like I did today. Do we got to get up here and like fucking start stripping live?
Right.
I ain't stripping with you, bro.
Man.
Well, in the clutch. I mean... Lost my job. If we could set something up, we could get these dollars. I used to dance back in the day. They used to call me. Now you've been there.
Yeah, I mean, we can, DJ. We can talk about what's popping on social media. We could talk about the different stuff that's popping on social media. We could talk about different stuff like that's popping, like that's good series and stuff to watch on Netflix and all that other stuff. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. But again, too,
you gotta talk.
We need people to engage, and we'll bring that as a topic. We can't, like, a lot of stuff, and what we're trying to do is become more organized. So we don't want to just go off random, because see, one thing about our show, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on SoundCloud. So people who's not visually watching us, if they're listening to us on SoundCloud, where there's no visual, so we can't have dead moments.
Yeah, and that's something that we're trying to bring less of, because like we'll sit here, we'll start creating like a Q&A segment to where we could just get on and it won't go on SoundCloud. We'll just talk to you guys and literally you'll run the show. But whenever we're doing our Saturdays, we're more so trying to do the podcast. And if you have a topic that you want us to talk about, like just post, send us a message.
Right.
You know the show starts at 5:30, roughly between 5:30 and 6:30, somewhere in there. As long as you got the message to us by 4, that can be something that we put on the board to talk about.
Yep, and exactly, because we got this board and we got stuff that we want to talk about. Rob, I did see the draft, and the draft was, I'm not that mad. I'm upset that we took a linebacker in the first round, but I'm not.
Man, I didn't see a goddamn thing about that draft, because if y'all didn't know, we are two young middle-aged black men.
I'm not middle-aged.
Young middle-aged, lower middle-aged. It's like the lower upper class, where they're like lower middle-aged black men, and we work. So like it ain't like we just sit here and try to suck people dry online with a Ponzi scheme. Like, no, we work. Like, and I'm averaging 12 hours of shit a day for my days, and man, I didn't have time to look at that damn draft. I apologize. For all you real Steelers fans out here, lacking sleep and calling off sick.
I mean, I think T.J. Watt was a good pick. I think Connor was a good pick. Juju Smith, I think he'll be somebody good. I think we need a decent slot receiver. So I don't think that was a bad pick. But so
Lights my eyes. I can't even see who that is.
It's Tootie.
Oh
no, that's Ray. But again, too, I do want to talk about too. We do so June 24th. I'm saying it now. On June 24th, we are having a live spoken word poetry event. June 24th. That's a Saturday at 5 p.m. We're gonna do some spoken. We're gonna have some artists perform some of their work. and stuff like that. And then after that, we're gonna bowl for 2 hours, and it's all gonna be at Noble Manor Lane. Shout out to Noble Manor Lanes because they hooked me up. Like, you know what I mean, they're cool people over there. And it's gonna be there, and we're gonna have some fun. There will be, you can buy food there. We'll be in the bar, so you can get drinks there if you want to drink. But it's gonna be
that's what I'm talking about.
It's gonna be a good event.
Literally just said, like, she don't try to keep us up with us no more, but she set the notifications.
Yeah.
So that no matter what time we go live, she knows and she joins it. And I don't think ever since she started joining, I don't think she hasn't not at least stopped in.
Yeah, right. And she makes sure she participates every time. If it's sending poems and everything, and which we will hear from her shortly, one of her poems, and I think and it's a good one. And then honestly, too, like with her poems too, I'm not going to try to guess what it's about. Because I know she's in here, we're going to hear it, and then maybe she give us an answer what it's about. Maybe we both try to guess what the poem's about, and then she'll tell us what it's about. But when I seen that question, see if people's comment, I can't. But when
my aunt said 18.
My aunt said 18.
Yep, she don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fair. Again, too, like, you know what I mean. We're not mothers. Again, too, your own parenting thing is your own parenting thing. We're not trying to say how people should parent their child. But yeah, I just think at 14 or whatever the consenting age is now, like, you know what I mean, where kids don't
get it mixed up. Like, we're not saying it like. They should just be out having sex whenever, but I'm saying, like, there's plenty of different scenarios
there's some parents who, even though their child is not having sex, they force birth control on their children.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean, which can be like, cause, like, you know what I mean, and that can go many different ways. Like, you know what I mean. I mean, some people can argue that that's forcing you're forcing your kids to want to have sex, and that's why people probably can't hear us on Facebook.
Wow.
Just thought about that. The cord isn't in there. Give us a second. Sorry.
Oh, that's crazy. That's funny. Damn.
Sorry, people.
Oh, crap.
Let's turn it back.
Now that makes more sense.
Okay.
Turn it some more. It looks crooked. But now that makes a whole lot more sense.
Okay.
Because remember we was trying to get it figured out earlier?
Yep. So.
Wait.
It fell over. So it's going to come. I think that should be right.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's still leaning a little bit.
I think I fixed it. I'm sorry, guys. If you lost us for a second. Wow, we're super crooked. All right, sorry. 30 more seconds.
Yeah, I don't know, cause oh yeah, that's way off, bro.
Well, I'm trying to get it. It's like it's automatically crooked by itself, bro.
Yeah, I know, but keep going past because the wire is gonna pull it to the. You know what I mean? To my right, your left, no matter what. So keep going. The phone's crooked. I'm just talking about the phone, bro. You moving the camera around. Tilt it. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Now bring it down just a little bit.
Right there?
That should be roughly around good.
Somebody just said a real long comment and I couldn't see it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, that's my fault. But yeah, So what was the comment there?
Basically about to sum it up, is girls that young are usually shy, but a lot of girls are more shy with the parent in the room. That's the funny part about it. Like, I know that there are like each person has their individual situation, and some parents need to try to develop some line of communication with their child and get them to be a little bit more open with them so that they can discuss these type of things, because the consequences of being ill prepared to have a child and having a child at an earlier age well outweighs the fact that a conversation that you could have.
Yeah. I'm sorry, people on YouTube. If you see me I came in front of the thing. I was trying to fix the camera on Facebook.
Damn,
but,
nigga, I can see your ear infection.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, but DJ said on YouTube. He said 30 is
30. 30 is a good age.
Yeah, as a consenting age. I mean, so we'll go here into the next question. So the next question is, should there be Should there be a legal curfew for minors?
Yes, there should be a legal curfew.
Do you?
Because at the moment, yes, unless you're out for a reason, like you have a worker's permit,
Yeah.
or you're out doing something. What is the reason for you to be out at 1 a.m. at 14?
Right. I
what I mean?
I agree with that.
Like, if you're not out with your parent, like,
Yeah.
or with like a consenting adult, where it's like your aunt, your uncle, a family member, or a friend of the family, you know. But you're 14 years old. It's 1 a.m. You have no reason to be
Right.
outside right now unless you're out there doing shit that children shouldn't be doing.
And I think it should be like, honestly, the national, like, around in our country, the country curfew. Our country's curfew should be like 10 p.m. And if you're
I don't have a problem with that.
if you're coming from work, you should get a clock out slip stating that, like, you know what I mean, that you
I
got that
just
work,
left and
like,
I'm
you know
on
what I
my
mean,
way
just
home.
you're on your way home and stuff like that, because like honestly, I think that
I mean,
will
you
stop.
have an average shift, so it should be written into, like, you just get one printout, like, oh, you work these hours these days. Boom.
Yeah.
Unless, like, it's a shift that you picked up.
Yeah, right. You should have that type of stuff, because I think that'll save a lot of our young people out here in the world, and it'll stop them from doing, like, you know what I mean, a lot of dumb stuff, getting into negative stuff, like, you know what I mean, again too. But this what I want to say
Actually,
too.
I don't see no problem with, like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
actually
mean,
sitting here
but-
thinking about it, like, yeah, like, to have a curfew, because it's like, literally, what is there to do? Like, any store that's open is closed.
For the most part, yeah.
Any fucking thing that the library's closed. Anything, like, you could be going to a friend, stay at your friend's house.
Yeah.
Or if you literally need to get home, like, your parent, like, it's one of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But-
there's like exceptions to the rule,
Right.
where it's like, well, I missed my last bus, so I'm
Yeah.
walking home.
Yeah, I mean, but again too, but if you miss your last bus, like, you know what I mean, somebody, like, again too, you missed that last bus, it comes into accountability,
I
it's
take that
responsibility and accountability. This I'll say, like, as far as the work, because I seen Ashley's comments as like, if they shouldn't work till 10. Some of these young people who's like trying to, like, gain, like, independent skills and different life skills and stuff like that. Honestly, with school time, that, like, you know what I mean, you shouldn't be able to work past 10. If you're getting off at 10 o'clock, you get home around like 11. I don't think that's a bad time.
That for like a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Junior, senior.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right. I think that's a reasonable time, but we should, like, you know what I mean, like, again too, like, and then if a kid gets too many citations for being out past curfew, I mean, like, they should get fines. They should start small, and then the fine and it doesn't go in their parents' name, it goes in their name. And
it's something that adds up. That they
yeah,
have
and
to pay for.
that they have to pay for, either getting a job and paying the restitution, or paying the fine,
Or like
or
a
doing
community
community service. Or doing a community service, or doing something like that. I mean, and then too, and then after
it should
so
be an
many
add up
things,
to it.
yeah,
It should be a definite add up to it, because I wouldn't just say just like boom start, because that's creating a debt against the child.
Yeah.
But then that's also like you're a badass.
but it's
kid that just ain't
it's
listening.
it's a
It's
juvenile it's a juvenile thing. But again too,
Yeah.
but you'll learn your lesson. Like, hey, maybe the first 2 times is the warning, but then like after that you get a strike. So the fine might be a $15 fine, like, you know what I mean, and then your next one might be $30. But again too, you're gonna learn responsibility. Like, you know what I mean, there's rules we got to follow again too. Like, you know what I mean, because again too, I think and it's hard to say this. I mean, it kind of sucks to say this, but I think a lot of our parents nowadays do need some help. Like, you know what I mean? It's not saying we need the government in our business, or we need the law, or like, oh, okay, wow, to take over and stuff like that. But I feel like they do.
Oh shit.
We do need some help with that. Sorry about the video quality there, guys.
On Facebook, we
on
definitely do
Facebook.
apologize.
But and it'll help, like, the parents who's struggling to get their kids in for curfew and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with
Definitely.
that.
And the only thing that I feel that should fall back on parents is if like the parents aren't doing their part.
Right.
So I'm not like, if you're just a badass kid, it's like your parent is actually trying to get you home, or actually trying, but you're just running away. Yeah, that citation should fall back on you.
Yeah.
But if your parent's just an asshole and just locked you out the fucking house.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Or,
difference.
you know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
but
Like,
that
this
kid will be able to
situation is different.
explain a rule. Then that cop can go to that parent's house and explain. You know what I
try to
mean?
get this figured
And
out.
try to get it figured out. But that's yeah,
I
that's
mean, hell, like at certain situations, like there should be like provided transportation and shit like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're like if you have your own personal business, you should know And when you have anybody that's underage working for you, you should be aware of how the buses are running.
Right.
And their schedule should be set accordingly.
Right.
So that they can always make it home on time.
Right. I mean, and it should be again too, but that's what's the backup system just in case, so they can have, if they have that schedule or that time card, that they'll be safe and they won't get fined. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I seen that question. I'm like, you know what? This is a good question. This is a really good question because I look at that
because that's sitting there because you got the little badass kids that's out trying to sell drugs. Like,
right.
You can't sell. Jimmy, this is cutting down on your profit.
Right.
You can't be out all night. Or you got kids that literally like, you're out and there's other badass kids out. That's how like kids end up getting like shot in the middle of the night because you were somewhere where you should have been at home in the bed. But then that also doesn't take away from where it's like some kids are just in living situations and conditions where it's like they are afraid to go home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And we should have something where it's like, yeah, y'all, like certain parents should be able to be like reported.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, well, that we actually do have that, but we need to get like open contact. Like, don't be afraid to speak up on any domestics that you're going through or mental or physical abuse. Like, hey, there's some things where you're going to need outside help.
Well, so Ashley got a question. She said, "How old do you think kids should be before they're able to walk places by themselves?" And
I don't, because if society was a lot better than it was, my age limit would be a lot younger.
But
because we live in like my neighborhood, I know that I don't have anybody that I can trust to keep an eye on my son.
Right.
Like literally. So I mean, it sucks.
And you know what? I get that. I really get it. Like, you know what I mean? Now, say for instance, and
also like you gotta remember like. And the way your living situation is up here, like the store is like right behind your house.
Right.
Like my closest store is up at the top of the Charles.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so far away. Like it's one of them things. Like like my son, my closest park is like a 5-10 minute walk.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And it's like, and honestly, like my area right where I live is a decent area, but surrounding it is horrible.
Yeah.
That's the sucky part. And like I don't know. Like I prefer my son to be out in groups than it is to be like.
Yeah, I just want to say like if you're going to school and stuff like that again too, it's a lot different because like, you know what, I look at the old days, right, and I sit there and I look like, you know what, they were walking to school together, but there was more of a sense of community, like, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, where the community, like the older kids looked out for the younger kids, the parents looked out for each other's kids and stuff like that. I mean, especially now there's so many things spread apart. There's not that many schools actually inside of our communities, or even the parks. There's not that many parks inside of our communities. But I think if they're like, again too, if the playground's as close as mine is, I'll let my kids walk to the playground by themselves. Now that my Tamir, he's 9, I'll let him walk to that little store by itself. But honestly, I don't let George. I mean, he's 7, but George is too bouncy and he's like, his mind race and stuff. Like, no, I'm not letting him do that. But like a lot of but again too, if they walked to, if they was, say for instance, if their school was in walking distance, I probably wouldn't make them walk, or I would walk with them. I would do them, like, you know what I mean, don't do them type of things. I think honestly, I think your kids should not walk more than 1 or 2 blocks without a parent. Like, you know what I mean?
That's understandable. Like, you know, like you're in like middle school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm about to say. Elementary, like, you know what I mean? Elementary school age. I mean, I'll give it to 10. Like, you know what I mean? If you're under 10, you should not be walking more than 2 blocks without a parent. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I feel, because you never know, like, especially nowadays, like, you know what I mean? There's fucking people who kidnap kids and different predators and shit out there. You never know. Like, you know what I mean? They were like that back then, but again, too, there was a sense of community. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody knew, like, people knew, like, hey, you know what, that kid don't belong to you. But now we live in a society where, I don't give a fuck.
What I'm saying when I'm like, I don't trust anybody to keep an eye on my child.
Right.
Because, like, literally, it used to be where if my son was walking up the street, I know that there's at least one person outside that he's going to pass regularly on his way to the route to wherever he's going.
Right.
So it could be like, oh, he's going to his friend's house or whatever.
Right.
But there's literally no, like, who can I really trust?
Yeah.
Like, once I get past, like, the old people that are literally, like, within the 3 house circumference around my house.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody past that.
Right. I mean, and it's so crazy because I was looking at it too. Like when I lived up Northview, like honestly, like we lived on like 800 blocks, so around the turnaround. My kids, they played in our court. They went to my aunt's court, which was like a little bit behind us. But that's the farthest. They're not going up the street, across the street, to the little playground, to the big playground down not by the field. No, we're not doing that. No, you stay in here. And then it was either me or Tootie was outside with our kids. Like, you know what I mean? We were outside, or my mom was outside. Like, you know what I mean? We made sure, like, I'm not just letting them go anywhere. Then when people be like, "Oh, did you see my son?" "Oh no, I ain't see him," but I'm actually going out and help him look.
Gonna go
like,
help
you know,
him
I'm
look
going
for
to
their
help him
child,
look.
like-
Especially if they, oh, how old is he? So I'm trying to get a description, but especially when I found out they're like 3 or 4 or something like that, or even
It's like,
5.
why the fuck is your child out here by itself?
Right,
Period.
And I, you know what? It's so crazy. Like up north, especially now. Like I'll be up there and I'll be like, man, some of these people, they let their 5-year-olds just riding bikes all the way up the other end of
school,
other end of Northview and stuff like that. Okay, like it's the neighborhood, but I don't give 2 shits. He's too young to be crossing streets.
You should have a radius of where you allowed your child to play at a certain age.
Right.
Because, like, I really wasn't, because me personally, I wasn't even comfortable catching a bus by myself to go to certain places until I was fucking really in middle school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then if I was going anywhere, there was packs of us.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like me and my little brothers just going to go. You know what I mean? There was like, it was a nice, decent group to where even if something happened to one of us, there was more than enough of us to go get help. Mm-hmm. So, like, you have, like, single parents where it's like you have one child and you're just letting your child wander and do whatever. Like, the way until the society fixes itself and gets situated, I don't trust any. And my son's 9 years old. I don't trust him, like, walking to the top. And that's, like, 5-6 blocks away.
Yeah.
I don't trust him
walking.
walking.
But they get too. That's in that radius, though. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, I think 2 blocks, you still can hear my voice.
Yes,
and I can hear your voice.
Yeah, so if I heard you
were to
scream,
yell,
oh shit, I can, and I feel comfortable with trying to get to you, unless, like, God forbid, like somebody's throwing you in the fucking car, like there's certain situations. But like from here to the park, if you heard your child scream, like in where you live, if you heard your child scream in pain, you would be able to hear that. Like, say if you're just sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
But then my thing is also like, I'm gonna, if my son's outside, I'm outside with him.
Yeah, you know what?
What's the point of, like, just...
We had that happen on the show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here because normally when my kids is outside, like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting outside and stuff like that. I can look. I let them to the park. I mean, they're at the park by themselves. They walk there. But I'm sitting on a porch just so I can hear. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's the type of parent I am. But, all right, because we're almost, like, we're going. So, we'll skip that one. No, we'll save them next 2 for next week. I want to do this poem. So we did 2 because we're like at 50 something minutes.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So
time flies.
I want to play this poem by Chocolate Jones.
And nothing against you. If you allow your child to go ahead and do that, and you feel confident, but I just
your child. You know your child.
You know your child, but I just don't feel confident. And me personally, with my child. No, I gotta be out there with you. Shit, even if if my son's playing in the yard, like, you better be right in the back or right in the front. Like, no running up the street, no running down the street, or like I'll even let you like play a couple houses down, like kickball, if there was some kids on our street his age. But there's too many times where I'll literally I'll see a kid from up the street. I know they live up there. I see the kid in the neighborhood. Where I'll be riding on my way to work and they're down on the bottom of literally a half a mile from their house.
Yeah, I can't.
And you're my son's age.
I can't get that. All right, so it's oil and water code. So it's her Chocolate Jones oil or water code. This is her poem, and we'll play that right now. It's a long one.
Do you remember? Who was he? Daddy or King? The labels we assign unbeknownst to the royal ones, you know. The first to mesmerize our senses with their skilled tongues. Did you wonder why? Was he curious? Did he want you for so long that he had to taste it? I don't know about you, but I was so drunk off his tongue I felt wasted. I could barely touch down and I lost my hearing to all earthly sounds, but I did hear the whispers of the night and the wings of the creatures that took flight as I was greeted by the stars telling me I've arrived. Yeah, I guess you can say I was real high. But being a virgin, I was holding out, and unlike the others, he chose not to beg. Instead, this gifted craftsman knew how to part these legs. And I knew about foreplay, but this man had me coming and going in 4 different ways. So what did you label him? This precious. Daddy or king? Did he know those soft, quick licks would rise the tide, or that the long, wet, warm, strong one would bring the flow? Did you know? Humming his beautiful song between my now shaky walls, mind blown with no resistance left in me at all, I now rolled out the welcome sign. Excuse the wet floor. So what did you decide to name this sweet prince? Daddy or king? When he searched every crevice looking for lost treasure, adding his fingers to the mix, was it pain or pleasure? Or was it both? Do you remember? When he confessed his undying love, did you think he was talking to you or her? Trust me, you were never in the conversation. He was romancing the woman between our thighs with her own irregular heartbeat. When you felt it, were you surprised? Did the waters flow? So who is he? Daddy or king? Now that the words warm and wet have new meaning, did he bring out the scholar in you? Were you now eager to learn, or are you a special one still feeling the slow burn? It was war, but who said war was fair? I didn't throw in the towel. He took it when he took me there and had me faintly hearing the lyrics of the barge saying, love me in a special way. There I lay. If you saw this sweet prince today, could he still get it? Would you let him sing his sweet lullaby between your thighs once again? Do you still call him lover or friend? To this day, I look at his lips and get aroused. This king still burning down my house of walls. I chose to call him daddy, but time has proven him king, so what do you call your gatekeeper? Daddy or king? Did he raise your hips with his hands to explore an even deeper land? Did you squirt? Are you still a student princess or a teacher? Time flies, but if prince after prince have taught us anything, it's that these unskilled workers don't hold a candle to the king. Therefore, try as they may, they could never satisfy your queen in his special way. Do you find yourself unfulfilled to this day, longing for him? So what did you name him? What do you call him? Daddy or king? I guess that depends on who you are. Princess or queen?
That was it. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts, man?
Hypersexual. Hypersexual. And just like it gives me like two different views where it's like one of like you're exploring just somebody that can just satisfy you in a certain way, and then the other one is like somebody that goes all out and satisfies you in the perfect way. Okay. And it shows you the difference between somebody just like daddy for the moment is doing something all right or good, decent, pretty good, and then there's a difference between a king that's just like there completely, like fucking your head up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also it shows like you as being who you are, your idea of each may be in reverse.
Yeah.
So it leaves an openness for you as an individual, but it also gives you guidance for how she's thinking and how she's displaying as, you know what I mean, what's going on with her. and how somebody's working their tongue and getting her aroused, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We did
I think it's good. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where it's literally like, I think I think you need to write a book. No, like I'm dead serious. Like there's people out here that are getting like 6-page deals.
She said,
for-
absolutely. You're right. So you was dead on. You were dead on.
Yeah, like, but just people out here that are like literally like getting like 6-page children's book deals for whatever or whatnot. I think like with what you're presenting to us and what you're like just laying on the table and letting us present to the world, you should like actually like just take a moment, speak to some publishers, and maybe get like a poetry book going,
Yeah.
or even like with the detail that you give in this poem, a novel would do wonders, and it would take women, especially women, to a whole another world with how you express yourself and your thoughts. So my suggestion to you would be to see if you could look into a book deal with where you're at.
Yeah.
Like
I think
publisher or even email some people just to get something rolling and give them like a sample of what you're capable of producing, because like when I'm listening to your words, and also try to produce an audiobook, because you have a voice that's behind it. You won't need any voice actors.
Right.
So you have a voice that's like very like smooth,
Yeah, it is.
mellow, emotional, seductive. Like you have so many ranges with how you speak that a paperback, hardback, and audiobook is definitely something that I can see myself investing in your work, and also like giving it to like my girlfriend, my mom, and
Yeah,
like,
real
read your
rap.
work.
And
So
I
would
mean,
say
it's
definitely look
good
into
too.
something like that, like, because your poetry alone is like wonders by itself. I can only imagine what a novel would be like.
Yeah, yeah, and it's awesome. It's good work. I get excited every time, and she makes sure. And she called me a couple of times to make sure I got the poem, and she sent the first one and then redid it and stuff like that. And I love your poetry. I mean, you do so much. You do so much, and it's awesome and it's good. And
Especially
I really
with like with your natural products and making like soaps and oils and foods,
Yeah. Edibles.
foods, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're a very versatile woman, and I think that's something that you can really like actually add to like your repertoire of skills.
Yeah, and it's good. And like again too, we love your work. I second everything that Mano said there on here.
There's always that one person that could talk the way into your panties. They say everything right, but no means a word of it, but not mean a word of it. So.
Yeah, like, but I mean, yeah, and like you know what I mean, and
There is, and that's the difference between
Yeah.
a daddy and a king, because a daddy could literally like just play with your head just to play with it, and a king will take you. And I might put one of my poems up, but I'm not reading this shit.
yeah, you got to
But it's-
read it yourself.
No, but it's literally it's like the greatest artist I know is I, and it's literally like there's some people out here that like. I don't want to break it down, because literally it's literally like
so
some people
no,
out here are,
don't break it down. Record it. And we'll play it on next week's
and
show.
we'll
We'll play it on next week's show.
We'll have
have a
shit
poem.
anonymous. It's real short.
So
It's
what?
short.
So-
No,
so-
I'm just saying it's real short. But it's literally
It
like you have
doesn't-
the difference between you do one, I'll do one.
I'll try.
I'll
try.
You see how quick he is
Well,
to
I was-
put
I
somebody
was-
else on the spot
I
because
was-
he
well,
finds
look,
out some shit.
I was going to write one for our event. So and look, she said, "Come on, Manna."
Oh, that don't work with me. Peer pressure don't work.
Yeah, but come on. We're not saying peer pressure, but come on.
No, you're doing peer pressure.
No, I'm not.
I said
I'm saying
you're saying
yeah.
here no. That's peer pressure. That's
No,
exactly
no,
the definition.
I'm
of peer
saying
pressure.
do it because I want to hear it. I was going to do
Maybe.
one at our event, but
No,
if you
but
write one,
do one.
you know what? Next week we're both doing one.
Ain't that about a bitch?
We're both doing one.
And you know what? Let's make that the in between.
Yeah.
We can do the segments on the show and review them, but we can release people's work with our review of them. It could just be Poetry Corner,
Yeah.
and it could be their own segment. We could post it to YouTube and on here with
Yeah.
how we feel, how their poem made us
Okay.
feel.
Poetry Corner. We're going to start a new segment called Poetry Corner. It
Because
won't come this
we're
week.
figuring out like
Probably
'cause
2
there's-
weeks. 2 weeks from now.
You'll usually hear from us on the page like 2-3 days out of the week. We're trying to make a bigger presence and be more like just
Active.
out here.
Be more active.
Yeah.
Be more
So
active.
We're going to start like the certain
Poetry
stuff that
Corner.
we do on the show. We're going to start making its own thing. So like maybe on like Sundays you can look forward to hearing some type of us speaking on somebody's poem.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Well,
You know what
it's
I
just
mean?
all on with your time. What time do you have? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, we can
Okay.
figure something out.
Okay. So so in 2 weeks' time, we're going to start.
We're gonna start some stuff.
start
we got some
a new
ideas, and we're
segment.
trying
A
to
new
work
segment.
working in here.
Another day. So
'Cause
you.
this guy got jokes, so just be on the lookout. We got
Yeah.
some ideas in the work.
Hey, you know, but hey, don't forget, guys, we got that poetry event coming up. Hey, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Oil and Water, Code, Chocolate Jones, Auntie, whatever name you want to go by, Oil Lady, Soap Lady, Poetry Lady, you know what I mean, Cookie Lady, you know what I mean?
Pairing.
Whatever you want to go, thank you for, like, you know what I mean, like, because again, too, you're awesome every week, like, you know what I mean, on this show. Like, you know what I mean, giving us your feedback. Ashley, I don't know if you're still in here, but thank you, Ashley, for tuning in. We appreciate you being in here. It's the first time I'd like to
and
seen
if you're
you
still
in a
here,
while.
take a moment and share and let everybody know, like, hey, we're here every week and we're going to try and make more of a presence. And if you have any ideas or have any questions or any subjects that you want to hear from us about, just post it on the page or send us a direct message or comment in the video and let us know the type of stuff that you may want us to cover. But and until then, we're just going to get on here. You can look for us weekly unless it's a vacation week, and we're going to provide you with our conversation. Sometimes we'll have guests, sometimes we won't. But at the end of the day, we will definitely let you know our opinion and how we view things, because this
Right.
is common conversation and everybody's entitled to that conversation. So let's make your conversation part of our conversation.
And yeah, I couldn't said it better. I couldn't have said it better. You're so awesome. You're on your shit today. We got back. Hey, we'll see you guys next week, people. Hey, until next time, I'm your host. I'm Token.
I'm the other host, Manu.
all right,
This has been
guys.
Common Conversation 412.
And we're out.
Later.
Listen to the music whenever it plays. Whenever it plays.
I quit. I'm
Okay.
Conversation 412. Token and Manu, Pittsburgh, what it do? We in the city of bridges, we in the city of smoke. We in the city of rivers, so you don't need you a moat. We in the city of haters, so you just might need a coat. I release nigga Jackie, cause man, the city get cold. Yeah, man, the city is frosty, yeah, man, the city is costly, but yeah, the city is mine. For 1, 2 times, well, you know that we grind, cause you know money is time, and you know time is steady ticking, so I gotta get mine. Then it's time to come up, so put your hands up. Let's all live this life before death in the rough. Ain't no time for mess up, man, you better get weighted.
The arithmetic when I'm spitting, I'll do the math.
Let you listen. Common conversation 412.
Until next time, people will see you. Thank you. Thanks for
enjoy
watching.
your week. Enjoy your day. One love.